All right, all right, all right. I think we are live. I think we are here. How do I always forget how to do this? Let me get our... Oh, yeah, trying to get start. Okay. Chat, chat, chat. I want to chat. Pop out chat. There we go. Perfect. All right. We are live here. Jumping right back into this from last time. So last time we really focused on working on our player controller physics because we could not get that to work. And we landed on something that's a little better, but I still am not 100%, but I want to try to make some more progress. So we jump into this. Let's see where we're at. Okay. So we jump into this. Forward, backwards. We're good. Jump. Feels okay. Yeah. So we're at this. We also added the messing around with some of this, and we added platforming physics. So we can. I don't know why we're getting stuck. Yeah, there's always something I still need to figure out. I don't know why it's getting stuck midair if I just jump. If we're running and jumping, it's decent, but just standing still, jumping, there's just a slight lag. I even turned off, let's see if we can see this. On our rigid body, I have the gravity turned off. And instead of using like the built-in gravity, we have a gravity force right here on our player. So right now it's set at 2, so we put this at 10. And we try to jump. Look at that. And this is just basically if we have a ground check on our player. So if the ground check says we are not grounded, then it adds a negative Y force, which just like gravity, right? So it seems to work pretty decent all over the place. Well, the sweet spot is not 12, is 2. And it gives us a pretty decent jump. Okay. So yeah, it's still a little... We'll have to work on that still. But look, see, we're on a platform. We are on top of it, but we can jump through it from the bottom. Let's try with this one. We got that. We got that. So that's really nice. That's working out okay for the time being. So to get the jump through the platformer, let's look at the player. And let's look at, we added a platform check, which is just a box collider. So if our Y velocity is negative, then it goes on. As soon as we jump up, it turns off. As soon as it starts coming back down, it turns back on. That means we can jump through platforms, but we can't go. We can jump up through them, but not down. I know like there's other ways to do it. I found this works pretty nice for here. We also added an enemy object here. And if you see down here, I don't know if that pops up. Probably hard to see. We just have a collision detection. We run into it. Oh, see? Gotta fix that. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so there is some, with the hitboxes and whatnot, there's still some funkiness. What was that? That was weird. Anyone else see that? And I think it's because I moved the platform check. That was the problem. I moved it on the player object. So I think what happened there when we got stuck on the enemy was platform check was turned on, but we have everything excluded. So our enemies on the right layers. Yeah, I don't know. We'll work on that. So today, what do we want to work on? I want to add a jump down mechanic. Yeah, let's go back in here. So if we're on here, I want to be able to jump down. Press down and jump, and then we'll fall through the platform. So I want to add that. Let's see if we can do that off the jump here, because I think that'll be nice. And then we can start working on maybe some of our health and attributes. Maybe we can work on taking damage from the enemies and the poison trap. It's kind of what I have set up down here, that little green thing. So let's get in here. Oh, we got all these open still. Move forward, player controller. Okay, so this is us here. Collision enter. Trigger enter. So trigger enter is the environment. We don't want to have that have a box collider and mess with the physics. Okay, so I think what we want to add is let me think. So we want to have it if you press down and then jump. So let's copy actually which one? Okay, so while we're in here, this is kind of our it's our little method to check for our platform, one-way platform. So if grounded is grounded equals false, rigid body add force. Oh, no, this is our gravity. Right? So if we're not grounded, then gravity's acting negative. And gravity force is the thing we could update, and the -1, we just have it. So we don't have to enter a negative number on gravity and screw things up. Okay, so here is if velocity is greater than 0 in the y direction, so up, then our collider for our platform check is down or is off. It's not enabled. But if it's less than or equal to 0, the collider is true. That way, so we're standing on it, it's on. And if we're going down, it's on. But anything above that, it is off. Cool. That works. I like that. So what we want to do is work with this, right? So we want to play off this to check if. So we want to do this somewhere where it's going to be better. Okay. If we want to check if get key down, where's that get access? Vertical less than 0. I guess we can work with that, right? We're down here. Just copy that. Get access vertical is less than 0, and input get key down see if this works. And got that if input is less than 0 and input space, then we want to set this to false. And then we also want to wait for like 1/10 of a second, maybe less than that. Sorry, let me remember the syntax to do a wait for seconds. Okay. we just put that right in here? Well, let's just make sure. Wait for a second. Suspends the coroutine execution for a given amount of time. Let's just see if this works. So if input get axis vertical is negative and you press the spacebar, platform check, you get the collider for their platform check collider. Set it to false, you wait for seconds. So a tenth of a second. It's probably gonna yell at me. And then you set it to true. Okay. Body player iterator drop because void is not an iterator interface. So 75, where's that error? Okay, I think we need to pull this out of the update script, which is fine. Where are we at here? So then let's do what other? That's an old player attributes. Calculate stats. Calculate stats. So let's add a new routine here. Void. This is gonna be form drop timer. Right. So after this, turn it off. We run platform drop timer. And then in the timer, we are going to have it have our, oh, I think this has to be a numerator. And then we have yield return, wait 4 seconds. How many seconds? We're going to want this to be 0.1 because we want this with that, and then we want okay, that should do it. Except it can't. Why? I've done this before. Why is this? Oh, we got to start as a coroutine. That's right. That's why. Start coroutine. Start coroutine and then what am I screwing up here? Checking this, checking this. Oh. New. There it is. There it is. Okay. So let's see how that works. Go in here. Let's look at our player platform check. Look at our box collider there. Up. Yeah, I gotta fix the jump. Box collider's on. We press it down. That should be negative. Okay, we have something. Thing is, we're running two different things at the same check. Right, because as soon as it's pressing space, it's trying to do two different things. So space. If grounded does not equal null, and we set that greater to equal to 0. Is that going to work? Because this now it'll check. Should jump fine there. All right, we are. What is going on with that? You know, I think this might actually. What is going on with that? I guess here we do public float vertical. Do we even have horizontal input? Horizontal input. Okay. We can just put in the update right here, right? Vertical input equals input dot get axis. Vertical. I'm going to at least see if that part makes sense. So let's go in our player. Vertical input. Okay, it's -1. And we're still jumping. That's fine. So let's. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. If we put it in, and what if we try that one there? We put that one there. We know it's reading it right. So it's going to check ground does not equal null. Vertical input is greater than 0. So we're not pressing down. But if either of those is true, we're missing. That's not true. Why are we still jumping? Why are we still jumping? Cause it should be checking that, right? We know this is. Let's put some comms in here. This replicates gravity in the negative y-axis. God. Oh, look at all these errors I have over here. Object reference not sent. $164. Why do we have an issue at 164? What got screwed up? Platform player attribute. Okay, everything's there. Update. Asset script player controller. 164. Grounded dot is grounded. Oh, this has always been an issue? I don't know how we screwed that one up. Hmm. We gotta check here. So we want to make sure. Let's look at our player. Okay. Vertical input 0. Shouldn't be able to jump. Am I missing a? No. Oh, this is why. Well, no, it shouldn't even be getting to this part, right? It always should be saying this. What if we do it this way? I don't know why this would matter. Gotta make sure. Okay, so look. Why? Somebody help me. Anybody there? What the heck is going on? No, don't need that one. Jump. Let's head. Let's just separate these out. If vertical input is less than 0. Player holding down. Let's check to see if that one ever pops up. Player holding down. Okay, so it is registering that. Yeah, so that's all registering just fine. All right, maybe if we do that. Where did I just put that? There you go, platform drop. So let's go back into this. Let's run it here. And then we will do that. Hey, Mario, how's it going? Welcome back. Yeah, this is where we've gotten right now. Trying to make some progress with all this. All right, is this gonna work? I think it's just trying to, I think we need to add a weight for jumping. I think pressing the spacebar is just doing it so many times in a row that it's just... So if we put this in here, See what happens with that. Is it going to yell at me? Probably. Yep, something else screwing up. Yeah. Check out the VOD. We had some people come and help fix some of our movement, and yeah, we're trying to make a bunch of progress through here. But I'm going through trying to do it all myself too, not Google or not obviously not use AI or any of the other things. It's definitely learning a lot going through this, and I feel like I have a better understanding of what's actually happening in each one, except right now, because I have no idea. Okay. So this is running every time. Why is this running every time? Get a space. Ground does not know. Issue is I'm trying to do a drop down through our platforms. So if you have negative input on your negative vertical input and you press the jump key instead of doing a jump, I want it to disable our platform collider. I set this up to have two different colliders, one that just looks at platforms so we can do this kind of logic. Also does so we can have one-way platforms, right? So we can jump through that, but we still land on it. So I want it so when we press down and jump, instead of jumping, it just disables that collider for 1/10 of a second or so, which I thought would be easy enough. So grounded does not equal no, which it doesn't. That's fine. We're not having any issues there. And if we look at our player, I'm sure it's a syntax error because that's where I screw up with everything. All right, so we look at our player, our vertical input. Let's go over here. Look there, it's a -1. Okay, so it's less than 0. We press the jump and we still are just jumping. And it's because I can't check it here because this is only checking. No, it still should work. We press space anytime. It then checks here, right? So we press our jump key, then it's going to go to the next step. So it's going to check it. Grounded, which is our ground check game object, if that does not equal null, which it doesn't, right? This doesn't pop up. And our vertical input is less than 0, which we just saw that it doesn't. So it should run the platform drop. Platform drop is here. So we set our collider. Yeah, let's go into it. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm trying to find a way to. So even when I just press spacebar, it prints that string. So the issue is it's not checking this. Is that syntax correct, right? Or is that an or? That's or. There it is. I had that's the correct syntax, right? Idiot. See? Yep, that's it. I knew that was it too, because I ran into that issue before. Okay. So it's let me check her. Oh, I'm an idiot. Thanks. Sorry, sometimes you just need someone right there. Collider's not oh, okay. We need to, because when we're standing on the platform, we aren't using our gravity. So we also need to add our gravity vector, which is, here's our gravity. Yep. Oh, I feel so dumb. See, good thing there's only a couple people watching, right? Or use this force. Platform drop worked fine. And then we'll add our gravity force right there too. Is it the best? At least you cut. I didn't even know. It just took me forever too. The or syntax is just something I don't use anywhere else. So for some reason, I just thought that was and for something I was working on before. So now we should get a negative. We should get our gravity force going on. We do not. Cool. Because it's just going to... Hey, it's not turning off the collider. That's our issue. So, okay. Platform drop. Platform. Get component collider. False. Okay, yes. Add force. Drop timer. Let's just do that for now. Why isn't it turning our box collider off? So let's see. Let's make sure it is actually getting into... Let's copy this into our platform drop. All right, so we'll get that just to make sure we are passing it properly, which I don't see any issues, but dropping through platform. Okay. So that is registering. Okay, I think we just have two competing. Because immediately it's turning it back on, I think. Right? As soon as this goes to 0. Or less than 0, it's making it true. So every frame, we're saying to turn it off. And then we go into our component here. And that's going back on. So how can we do that? It's fine. Any ideas there? Let's see. Okay. Platform drop. Go to platform drop. That's fine. This is going. I think this is getting called. So I think if we call these as a method rather than, so each time we say if it's on or off instead of just every single frame. Right, so let's call this one so we're on. There we go. In this way. Is this the best way? Probably not. Okay. So we are going to start at our awake. And then we're going to run platform on. No, we want it. I guess platform off. Yeah, I think it's fine to have it. We want to. Oh, it's not going to do that because that is before. It doesn't exist. It's not there at the start yet. Set there. It's declared but never used. That's fine. We will do it. Okay. So vertical. If grounded, does not ignore new platform drop. That's fine. And this can be platform. No, sorry, platform on. I gotta change these. So we press it, the platform's gonna be turned off. How do we change it? So once. Do we just do a wait for? Maybe we just do that. Let's do our started coroutine for this. So our coroutine is, yeah, it's off. Wait for seconds. This is going to be probably screwed up here. But that's fine. Oh, you know what else we need to do is. Oh, man. If we just set our grounded equals to false, right after, would that have fixed everything? All right, let's undo all this. Let's undo all this. I didn't even. Okay. Dropping through platform. false grounded. Here. Let's add this here and just see if this helps. That might be the only issue we're having. Except I screwed up somewhere. Didn't I just copy this over? Oh, it's because it's only... Oh, it's because it's only defined in update. Right. But it's not gonna like it in here. It's gonna let me do that. Okay, jump works. Didn't work. So yeah, I think now our colliders got stuck into each other. So I think it is actually that issue I was talking about. Because it doesn't fall far enough to get the colliders completely out of each other. Uh-oh. Right. Because the fact we can't jump or anything means it did turn off. We dropped slightly. And that was it. So I think we need to make sure we call it on and off rather than updating it every single frame. So we're not moving far enough each frame. So let's do the same thing we were doing before because I'm an idiot and didn't save it. And we'll just do this. Cool, and then we'll do same thing. This will just be true. Okay. Got that. We're getting rid of these. And we are going to initialize our collider at the start, right? Because we have the rigid body. Do we have the... Except where do we get our platform check? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so when we jump, platform drop. Okay. Go to platform drop. We don't... think it's fine. I think we do want to get that. Do I go to the platform component? No, we just want to run platform off. And then we want to set ground equals to false. We want to add this for, and we run 2, and then we run platform on. Cool. I think that will work. Where's our other jump? Okay, so if we do this, then we want to do platform off. So we're going to check the ground if we're going to jump, and jump's going to work. Then we're going to do platform off. Turns that off. Ground equals false. And then I think we want to run our timer. Oh, I need to start coroutine. So every time it runs off, we run a timer. But that's actually probably not true. I mean, maybe it's fine if it's short enough time. We'll just check this. See if it works how we're hoping. So let's look at our platform check. It's on. We jump, it's off. Waits a second, it's back on. Jump. Okay, we're up here, pressing down. Oh, okay. We definitely need to work on our physics a bit, but hey, we're here. Turns off, we dropped. We did it. Okay, I like that. Cool. Oh, you see that though? Look. Let's see if we can recreate that. It didn't turn on in time. And you know what we can do? I don't know why we started sliding there either. That was weird. So what we really need to do is have a check where it changes from positive Y to negative. Right when it hits that 0 at the top of the jump, we need to turn it on too. How could we do that? I mean, it might be fine if we just change that to 0.1 seconds too. So we don't need much. It's not quite, because look, you can see it blocking. So we do our maximum jump height times our maximum jump force, or do the math there, we can find the absolute minimum that it can be. Is there any times we're going to be jumping? I think that would be the only thing that would matter, right? Just do 2 seconds right now. Yeah, so the issue we were having was it was because it was oh, it's weird. We just haven't jumped like the perfect height. Let me look at the platform. Let's check this. Okay, so it's off. Okay, that worked. Jumping so janky. I broke it. Broke it. I mean, I think I'm good with that for now. We can always fine tune these things too, right? We want to get something that's working. All right, next. All right, Mark, what should we work on next? I was hoping we can get into taking damage. All right, because we had our player, we got our attributes on there. Our health is 0, our base health is 50, so our player health. We need to make let's make a new script. It'll be player health. And this is going to take it's going to be calculating our total health. It's going to be taking damage, so getting away health, and adding our recovery. It's kind of all going to be taking care of this. So what kind of variables do we need? We're going to need base health. We're going to have a calculation. Then we're going to have max health, right? We are going to have current health. Then we're going to have damage taken. We're going to do health recovery. I think we're going to want base. And the health recovery is just going to be it's going to be based on our stats, right? Our attributes. So the more power we have, or wisdom, I forget how we agreed on it, but the higher that is, the higher this is going to go. But they're all going to start with the base health recovery. Let's just say 10 right now. Yep. Equals 10. Cool, cool. So in our update, let's actually add. Now we can do it here. Void. We are going to calculate stats. I'm going to calculate our health. So we need to take from our attributes. We have our base health, player health, which we might not need. I think that's all going to be in here. So we need to get a reference to the attributes. So like we did in our grounded check. That was a game object. How do we? Attributes, yeah. Attributes is fine in here. Yeah, we need to get a reference to that. So we will go public player attributes, Perfect. So now we got a reference to that. We can drop our game object on there. So calculate health. We're going to run that right at the start. Health, it's going to be how do we want to calculate this at the start? It's going to be our base health equals attributes dot player base health. All right, so we'll take that over our total health. What do we call it? Max health. Max health is our base health plus attributes. What do we got? Let me look what we were thinking. So health and health recovery, that's all coming from strength. It's all coming from strength. So we look at our player attributes. We have power. Okay, we're calling it power. Yeah. Which times power. So if we have 20 levels. The max power we can get is 20 or something. So if we have base 50 health and we add all the power, that'll give us, so if we do this like times 5. Okay, so base health, max health is that. Should we also set our current health here? So this is only going to be used at the start. This is going to be used anytime we add an attribute to power. So that'll be the only time we can do it. At the end of the level. So yeah, we can calculate our current health. So at this point, our current health equals max health. And end it there. That is good. Let's get rid of this one. We don't need this in here. And then we have, just like we do here, we're going to have every so many seconds. Here's our, there we go. Steal this one over, and our player health. Float to int. It's right here, right? Attributes power. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. And this is going to be called health recovery. That's backwards. That's dyslexic right there. Health recovery timer. So how are we going to run this every... That should be in the update. So we want... My background music stop? What? Knew it got quiet in here. Oh, man. How is this now? It's fine here. So we want... We're going to make this take damage. Let's make the enemy take damage to us to test this out. So if current health... Oh. Yeah. Go ahead and yell at me. Less than max health. Current health equals current health plus health recovery. Recovery equals we do that for now. Plus health recovery. Math. How do we do? We want between the minimum of the current health plus health recovery or max health. Right, that should clamp it at the just every 5 seconds. Is there anything weird here? So when are we going to run the recovery timer? Okay, so I think we want to do an invoke repeating, right? Creating, let's just do the. Let's do this. But this is not going to be called this. This is going to be called health recovery timer. Is there any issues here? So we need to go to our player object. So let's add our player health script to that. And that should be good. Should calculate our. Hey. That's because it probably the order that it ran. Right, so we want it to be probably a late start. We need our attributes first. Is that going to help out? Base health recovery is 10. Player base HP. Let's actually make a reference to our. Oh, wait, I know why. I know why. Still didn't work. Why didn't that work? Should be pulling all of those from player attributes. What in the world? Mm-hmm. And what if we do it the other way around? So on our attributes, then it pushes it to the player health because it's our health's based on all the attributes. Calculator stats. And then, didn't want that, didn't want that, didn't want that platformer vector 3D. Play your health. Come on, lowercase. Calculate health. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. No, yeah, in the wrong one. That's why it threw me off. Okay, is that going to be better? Due to its protection level. Okay. Public player attributes. And if we do it this way, under our player attributes now, it's going to want to know where our player health is, which is also on our player. So if we run this, there we go. Okay, that's better. That way, we make sure that it has all the information from our attributes, because that's how it's calculating everything. So if we start on our attributes, we push it over to our health script. And then our attributes, every time it goes up, we can recalculate our health that way as well. Beautiful. Damage taken. Cool. So let's add okay, enemy. So now we have our health calculated. We got a recovery. Oh, actually, I want to check to see how that recovery worked. Let's look at our current health. Set our current health to 50. Okay. It's going up to 100 every time. So we actually don't need this in here. Health recovery. Where's the minimum current health? And that should be fine. Should wait for 5 seconds. Why isn't this one working now? String method name. Wow, I keep doing that backwards. Recovery. Wait, what's this one supposed to be? It's supposed to be the time. Float time, float repeat rate. Okay, float time, float repeat rate is health recovery. Is that going to work? So it should be every 5 seconds. So we put this at 10. Why is that? So there's nothing in update. Yeah, it's fine there. think the issue was, since it was in the update, well, dang. Maybe I'm screwing up. So current health is not going up. Yeah, it should be in the start. So do I need to put this in here? No, because we just passed the health recovery here. I guess if this starts at the start, our health. We set it down there. That way it calculates everything and gets our, and it'll restart every time that we update it. Current health. Okay, let's just do that. So it should already be invoking that. Oh, okay, it worked. It worked. There we go. Current health 30. Health recovery is way too high. Maybe not, actually. Cool. Let's wait another 5 seconds. Another 5 seconds. Oh, man. It's kind of fun getting in the weeds. 50. Beautiful. Probably doesn't make for great content on the stream, but it sure is fun over here. Cool, so we got our health recovery, we got our health calculations. Now we need to take damage. So on our player controller, so collision. So game tag is enemy. So then we want to take that enemy attributes. All right, so it's going to be thrown on every enemy. Let's see, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. What does our enemy have? It has on this. Melee defense, melee damage. Magic attack, or attack, that's fine. So we want to, if we collide, then, no, that's the environment. And then we want the collision. We don't want it to be false. How do we pull the... Let's see. Let's look at this real quick. So if we go... We want to pull the components from the game object when the collision occurs. I don't need that. I need... Yeah. So we have this. Okay, I think that's what we want. Right. So we're going to take the component enemy object, which is attached to all enemies, which has all this information. So we want to take that. We want to pass to player health. Then we're going to have a void, take damage. So then we want, hard. So we need to get this, but we want this player health. We don't need two of those. We need to make a reference to that component on here. Okay, we got that now. Image, then we want player. We don't want player health dot take damage enemy object dot enemy attack. Okay, so when we collide with an object, it's going to get the component. It's going to take the attack from the component, send it to the player health, take damage. Okay, now I need to make sure, how do we bring in that damage? Local variable field. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Do you know how to pass through the enemy damage? So if we collide with it, we want to take this amount of damage and send it to our player health. So let's look into this bring in damage from this probably so we need a value from one component, pass it to another. That's not what I want. Don't need that one. Follow ground check. Yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah, so in our collision, so if we collide, we want to take damage from the enemy. So if we collide, we get the game object, your enemy object, which stores all their damage. So if we look at our enemy here, we want to take this attack value, pass it from our player controller here, where we detect the collision, into our take damage. All right, so this should be passing this value. As long as I'm doing that right? Should be passing this value to our take damage. Should be public. Take damage takes 1. What does it want to take, though? It takes 1 argument. I know it takes 1 argument. It's something simple here, and I know it's something simple because I've done this before. This is what I need to do, isn't it? Right. Yeah, those are all ants. Damage taken. It's math. F dot max. For the time being, let's just do this. Okay, we'll just do that for now. And we'll do this. Okay, so damage ticket does not exist in the current context. All right. Yep, caps it. Think, should this work? No errors. Let's look. Let's look. Okay, that's our enemy object. So it should be doing 5 damage to us right now. Oh, do I have both? Oh, gotcha. Yep, good point. That's what happened. So we don't need this one up here. There we go. So player, it should be doing 5 damage to us. Let's run this. We're gonna have to scroll down here again. Current health, 100. Didn't work. Okay. On collision enter. So not on collision enter. 217. Oh, there it is. Player health. Okay. Now it should work. Yep. I was not referencing the player game object to pull the component for player health. We jump here, we jump. Boom, 95. Beautiful. Look at that. Heck yeah. Okay. Now let's see. Let's make sure dying works. I guess I can make this enemy do more damage real quick. Enemy attack. And Player died. Okay. Those all seem to work. Enemy can do damage. I died. I died when I died. Hey, all right. But now we actually want to run it through a damage calculator, because that's going to take into account our player defenses, our player, and give it a... I kind of like having a random value between like 85%, 115% of the damage. So it's not always an exact 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That's just me. Just add a little bit of RNG, but nothing that's going to make or break anything. So let's go ahead and... No, let's make one for the environment. Right? Make a new folder. I got nothing in there, actually. Enemy object. This is going to be envir hazard. I think we will just add a couple here. That's not how you spell envir damage. If it adds any knockback, not all of them are going to have all these. Slow. And damage over time. Okay, easy enough. We have the poison trap. Add that on here. Poison trap damage 10. Okay, so we go back in our player controller. We have a trigger. We want to do the same thing here. So we want to that's what we want, right? Hazard, and we'll do the same thing. Yeah, we don't want enemy object. We want this to be. And then we don't want that. We want that to be environmental damage. That should work in the same way. Right, that's just if we run into that poison. Should do 10 damage to us. Check the player, current health, 100. 70. That did. Okay, why did it do it 3 times? All right. What the heck? We're doing it 3 times. All right. Trigger enter. Yeah, it's just on the enter that we take damage. If it's environment damage. It's because we have 3 different colliders on our player. That's got to be it. We have a ground check, we have the platform check, and we have our player collider. So that's what we need to. Yeah, that's got to be it. So we only want the rigid body collider. And that's why the enemy only did it once, because I think they're slightly smaller. It's a collision. How do we choose which collider? Let's see. Okay, so it's just looking for the other collider. Collision. Any of our colliders. Yeah, that's our issue here. We're triggering it 3 times. How do we ignore the other ones? Um, so I need to get the collider from the grounded object. Platform check. Okay, so how do we get that? I feel like this isn't it. Uh, yeah, yeah. I'll have to think about that. I will have to think about that. Yeah, but I think we're gonna have to kind of end things here for today. Let's save this. Let's save this. Let's give it one more test run. I got to get out of here. We are making good progress, though, actually. We're getting to some of the fun stuff, and then, I mean, we'll get everything all squared away later. Get things cleaned up. Like our physics, I'm still not happy with. Our jump, that's weird. So today we got the one-way platform drop down working out. We got damage from enemy collisions working out. And we got some environmental hazards working out. Kind of. But that was just easy. We need to ignore the two colliders from these, because those do different things. So I'll figure out how the syntax of that. Shouldn't be an issue. And that will start working. I also want to add slow. Slow down when you go into the poison or any other environmental. Maybe if we had spikes, it'll have knockback. Yeah, and go from there. So I think we are going to end it for today. Good progress. Good time. And I will keep going on this, do some more trainings and classes during the week. So when we get back here next week, we can come in here and really keep moving on. And maybe next time we work on more of the enemy thing. So if the enemy moves around, enemy will chase the player.